Hey guys, it has been a while for sure. So I just wanted to hop in and deliver a message. I'm going to take a little sip of my coffee here. All right, let's see what we've got. I've been getting the call to do a reading for a little while now. This one. Okay, and we have the red jasper. So the jasper is a stone for our root chakra, for our three-dimensional reality. Subjects of the body, the home, our finances. So let's see what we have coming through. Feeling this one, feeling a few. What do we have here? So we have these two gentlemen kind of hugging or fighting with this rose or a peony down here and swallows. This bird kind of flying in almost to the fighters. I fight my resistance to accepting the dualities of life. So, finding a place within ourselves to accept multiple truths at once. In dialectical behavioral therapy, there's a name for this. Yeah, accepting two truths at once. And that way we're able to find peace and acceptance and stability within our center as we allow multiple truths and multiple realities of different people or different groups to exist. They can exist outside of us. We don't need to participate in it. But we could just accept it, accept that it's real. And once we've accepted that, we've released the fight and we're able to continue forward um, peacefully in our own, what's meant for me is mine. So once you've accepted some truth that exists outside of your reality, um, you're able to live your life peacefully, and you're able to live your life in a way that you are following your unique soul path. All right, feeling this one. So we've got the bear totem. Retire into your den to find answers. So this again is asking you to go into your center um, to find your answers, to find your truth, to find what it is that resonates with you. And by finding what it is that resonates with you, what you believe in, what you support, you're able to root out any concepts, belief systems, um, or blockages that are keeping you from your soul path. Feeling like we could just split this one right in the middle. Okay. Activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. So I'm getting the sense it's January when this is being recorded. So this is definitely a time of being inward, being like the bear and kind of being in your den, being in a really simplified, refined version of your day to day routines. You may not be going out as much, but as the light of day increases towards the equinox, you might find that you're being led to different places, that there's different different inclinations to go different places. And this is important because those places are requiring your energy to activate them. So that's power places and ley lines. Trust where you're led. In the book Journey to Ixtlan by Carlos Castaneda, Don Juan teaches his student how to find a power place, and that is by breathing, becoming centered, and squinting the eyes and looking for colors. If you're an intuitive person, you kind of find you might find yourself magnetically drawn to different places. It's almost like a magnetic pull that happens. Beautiful. Seeing the messenger oracle. Let's see what we've got. Okay, embrace the feminine. So we're in a time that oh, here, I'm going to do this. We're in a time that being in your feminine energy might really be um, beneficial, not only to you, but to everyone around you and to the collective as a whole. So, talking about these ley lines, again, this is, it's almost like we add to or adjust the energy to these places or charge the energy to these places just by being in them, and they're connected to an entire grid that spans the entire planet. So when you've been meditating and you're in a positive state, you could go into one of these places and charge it, and you in turn are charged. um, and this works too if you're in a negative state, if you're angry, if you're fighting. You could go to one of these places and kind of be influenced by the energy there. And by embracing the feminine, so again, going back to this bear totem, embracing the feminine, being in a place of receptivity, being a place, even as you go out and um, take action in certain ways. We're all being asked to do so in a more feminine way, where we're waiting to be invited, where we're waiting for an energy of invitation um, before we take action. We are behaving intuitively. So I'm being drawn, my attention is being drawn to the fighters. So to kind of quell and calm this fighting, this fighting energy, we're all being asked to embrace the feminine, to kind of cool and quell and ground um, groups that are not able to see eye to eye, groups who are fighting over different ideologies. Because by being in the feminine energy, we have room for all of it. There's room for all of it. There's room for everyone. There's acceptance for everyone. The Cosmic Mother loves all her children. And what have we got? Yeah, we've got the world and the emperor. Whew. The world and the emperor. So it's almost like we have this emperor energy that's really dominant in our world right now. And by accepting the dualities of life, by accepting the existence of opposing forces or opposing opinions, we find this completion energy, this world energy, this peace energy, this energy that has shifted into a more feminine place of acceptance where all beings are taken care of. So, what is an action? I'm feeling this too. Yeah, feeling the King of Pentacles. So, the King of Pentacles is stable and is abundant and has enough to give, enough to share, enough for the whole kingdom or the whole world to get what they need. And we have the Three of Cups here. So, that's the goal. The goal is for everyone to have what they need. The goal is to celebrate, to have community, for everybody to come together and break bread and, salute ourselves with our cups. And it's been a long journey. It's been a long journey, step by step, to get to that place. And you don't eat the fruit the day you plant the seed. This is about patience. This is about patience and perseverance, continuing to step by step, action by action, build towards a peaceful experience, not only individually, but collectively. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So, to do this, what we want to do is we want to be focusing on our own individual health and stability and positive vibration, keeping the vibes high. Um, this card is I've got my mind on my money, got my money on my mind. So you're taking care of yourself. You're making sure you're stable. You're making sure you have everything you need. Sharing if there's an overabundance, but just making sure you're really taking good care of yourself, and you have all your ducks in a row. And again, this is our red jasper, our pentacles. This is our physical reality. Are we stable financially? Is How's our heart space doing? How's our mental space doing? The more grounded we get, these tend to be better. And when I say more grounded, that's, we're exercising, we're eating well, we have the means to exercise and eat well, our money situation is stable. Awesome. And this taking care of the individual, it's like a macrocosm microcosm situation. Excuse me, I have to keep checking the microphone to make sure the battery hasn't died. It's a macrocosm microcosm situation where when you take care of your individual self, it has a ripple effect through the collective. It has a ripple effect, like sending energy down a web that connects with the entire collective. Um, there's some really great books on ley lines, power places, or like vortexes, certain spaces that just have a really high frequency. Trust where you're led. Yeah, so you in this state of kind of like a self mastery, um, planting your seeds, tending your garden, everything's under control. You go on a hike, and with each step you take on the earth, it's like imbuing the earth with that good energy, with that stable energy, with that steady energy, with that abundant energy. And we want that. We want that reverberating through planet Earth and through the cosmos. Yay! Good stuff. Good stuff, everybody. This is a really awesome um, reading that's coming through. So I appreciate you all and your energy that you bring to the space. We're going to get ready to close it out. Okay, enchanted blossoms. So what qualities can we bring to our life, to our day to day, that make it fun, that help support us on this journey? With the goal being world peace, world celebration, world abundance. The planet Earth has everything everyone needs. So, how do we tap into that? How do we create that reality? Dreams. Ooh. So, pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to cultivating dreams for yourself, goals for yourself, something to work towards. And it's also, I feel like, in those dreams might be inviting you, or might be leading you to certain places. And follow your dreams. So whatever your dream is, um, whatever your goal is, start planting seeds for that and keep step by step working towards it until it becomes tangible for you, until it becomes available to you. Because your dreams aren't your dreams for no reason. Dreams are like your mission. And I don't mean the dreams you have when you're sleeping. I mean your waking dreams, your waking desires. And then your sleeping dreams, again, pay attention to them. They might give you clues. They might give you clues about the fighting energy and how to get out of that. It might give you clues on how to move deeper into acceptance. It might give you clues about um, what this peace and abundance really is. It might give you clues about your relationship to the feminine. Ooh, and you know what? That was supposed to be closing card, but we'll do one more. We're going to go to Kuan Yin. I believe she's a Chinese deity, feminine deity, who's all about compassion and peace and abundance, specifically compassion. We have one flip. So, what closing message for this reading to help folks keep the faith and to keep moving and to keep chasing their dreams? I have to wake them up a little bit. All right, we're going to do this one. I have this woman kind of sitting in front of the moon. Spin the silken thread divine. In creating precious silks, there is a sorting process of sifting out that which is broken to find that which is precious and pure. You are commencing a new cycle, and it is time to release that which does not align with your true heart. Choose to release all vows, agreements, and connections that no longer serve your highest good. Beautiful. And you can do this, and you can do this with love. I had an experience, I did a cord cutting meditation. Somebody online was offering it, and it was revolutionary to me that the whole idea is to release the cord with love. And that way you release this person, situation, circumstance, relationship in a peaceful way of, I let this go. I love you. This has served its purpose, but I can no longer entertain this. So releasing anything that keeps us out of this centered and flourishing space, and doing so with love. Very good, collective. Thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to click that like button and subscribe if this resonates. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.